Now, on this channel, I am one of the few channels out there that have openly committed to continuing to follow what happened on July 13th. It's frustrating to see most mainstream media, and that's not just Fox, but it's Fox, CNN, MSNBC, every major talking head. In fact, a lot of even my fellow content creators on the internet platforms have no longer kept up on covering this event. And now even Google is getting involved in removing searches for people that want to learn more about it. We're also going to go over some of the burning questions that still exist that could end up cracking the case, and some other wild, some wild claims by, the FBI and CIA, because it's funny. Why was the FBI, why were they investigating whether or not, what actually hit Trump? Why were they even spending, the whole world could see, in 4K. All right, so let me get into some of the interesting cover-ups. And because of these cover-ups, all I can ask is that you leave a like on the video, comment on it, and just as importantly, share it out. Pick whatever your favorite social media platform is and put it out there, and subscribe and follow the channel. I will cover this as long as I can continue to get information. Also, if you're an insider, I've started having some local law enforcement email me, it looks like. So I will report on it. You have someone out there that's willing to report on this. Here's some of the weird stuff that we've seen from intelligence agencies, okay? We had, what was this, Friday? What day was it exactly? Yes, the FBI was forced to investigate and report on Friday that it was indeed a bullet that struck him. Was anybody on the planet asking that question? Was anybody saying, gee, I wonder what that was? No, it was a fake news, weird narrative spread by the leftist mainstream media like CNN and MSNBC that it was shrapnel. Weirdos like Joy Reid getting on their platforms and saying, we don't even know what it was. It could have been shrapnel. Nobody with a pair of eyes was like, gee, I wonder what hit him. But nope, the FBI had to investigate that because that's normal. Now, of course, the CIA has come out to deny that they used MK Ultra on this person. Well, golly gee willikers, if the CIA denied doing it, end of story. Leave a like on the video. It's over. We know that the CIA was not involved. They said they weren't. Leave a like on the video right now because I've brought you the absolute evidence. Everything's good now. You can just go back to watching your bread and eating your bread and watching the circus. The CIA has said they did not use their very public MK Ultra program that has been declassified. They've said they didn't do it. Everybody can sleep. Everyone can sleep good at night. FBI has said, yes, indeed, it was a bullet, as if anyone was asking. And now the CIA has come out to say, oh, well, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. Denial's practically the new endorsement, but this is what they've said, okay? Now Google, this is going around. Now I've tried several different ways to confirm this. So when you're watching this, maybe let me know if it works for you. There's been a lot of videos out there, and you can see even with browsers that appear to be in incognito mode, they are blocking people trying to research this. When you Google the attempt on Donald Trump, it does not come up as an auto-suggested search at the time of this post. The cover-up continues. Welcome to 1984. Here's the video. I'm not going to play the music. You can see they try to type in this. Okay. And then it brings up Reagan, Fidel Castro, Gerald Ford. Like, imagine you're Google and you're like, hey, we're Google. This is we pride ourselves on providing people the important information that they're looking for. Obviously, the searches for this term will have never been higher. Okay, but they're like, we're not gonna have it in we're not gonna have it in autocomplete. I mean, you can type the whole thing in there. Nothing. You got all the way down to TRUMP, nothing. I suspect this is also true on YouTube. So if you're a YouTube viewer, make sure you're helped by always subscribing to my channel, turning notifications on, and sharing the videos. Like, this is Google in real time. I mean, what will they say? Like, you can see I'm president. Nope, nothing there. Multiple variations of this search query. Nothing. In fact, they present Truman instead of Trump. Now, in real time, it appears that this is still being blocked. So I don't know, what else you need to see. Why is Google blocking this? Don't you think Americans are looking for this information? By the way, if you Google it, there's like 2 articles showing up. You mean to tell me the entire media apparatus has only written 2 articles in the last 3 days about this? Like, when I'm looking for more information, like if I go to Google, right? And then like, you see mine, but that's because it's a previous search. Here's one from 4 hours ago where Trump defends the Secret Service agent. Well, of course he has to. For him, he still has to rely on them to protect his life. 10 hours ago on Fox, 5 hours ago. So 3 articles today. Here's one brand new one from USA Today. 2 weeks ago, there's most of the articles that Google is serving up. There's not a single new piece of information. Here's USA Today running cover. We're talking about Secret Service after the Trump incident. Why aren't we talking about weapons? Watch what they're doing now. This is what they're doing. I told you, if you've been watching my videos and you've been watching my streams, what did I tell you they were going to do? They were going to go after your 2A, and then they're going to go after encrypted applications, and they're going to go after foldable stocks. That's what they're going to do. And look at that, 12 minutes ago, real time. That is a brand new article that came out since basically, I've been covering this. That's exactly what they're doing. Now they're shifting the narrative. Isn't that interesting? Why are we talking about what appears to say? Why are they talking about what appears to be? Now they're like, oh well, let's talk about let's get our grab on. Look at this. We got David Hogue, everybody. Got to get David Hogue out there. Look at this. They're trotting out this guy. This is the same media that's telling you she was never the border czar. Watch them in real time while I'm recording this. They're like, all right, beep, 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 beep. Okay, we're going to talk about, all right, nobody cares about the colossal security failure or how this guy learned everything, blah, blah, blah. Nobody knows anything about the guy that did it. Nobody's questioning the parents. Let's just talk about infringing on Americans' constitutional rights. I mean, I could have, if I was a betting man, I'd be very rich. It's like, now they're like, well, Trump's defending Secret Service. Well, yeah, he has to. What is he supposed to do? They still have to protect him. Of course that's what he's doing. You see, lives at TikTok. Hi, Google. Why are you censoring searches on this attempt on his life? Are you trying to memory hole it? Everybody, oh God, I love monetized Twitter now. Everyone just posts the exact same screenshot, repost it. Anyway, why do you think that is? At least the Muse put his own wrap on it. You can type it all the way out. It makes no difference to Google. So petty. Failures in communication. Local SWAT details accounts of the rally attempt. We were supposed to get a face-to-face briefing with Secret Service members whenever they arrived, and that never happened. Secret Service did not coordinate with local law enforcement. Why do you think that is? I don't know the answer to that. Okay? I don't know the answer to that. I can't know the answer to that. But why do you think that is? You know? Why do you think that that might be? Why do you think that maybe they didn't coordinate with them? I don't know. I can't make any guesses. We were supposed to get face-to-face. Never happened. So we think it was probably a pivotal point where I started thinking they were wrong because it never happened. They explained that they did not. They did what they could to try and thwart the attack, but now here we have to live with the failure. It's like these people talk about it like, well, I bought my kid an ice cream cone and there was 2 scoops of ice cream on it and one of them fell into the ground. Oopsies. Oh, I mean, in my opinion, every single member that was there that day should be getting deposed. Every one of them on live TV, especially the ones in that building, especially the one that left early that day, especially the 2 that left their post at the absolute perfect time for Lee Tardy Oswald to go on the roof and take the shot. I want to know that the guy that conveniently forgot his, he went outside to take a leak or whatever, forgot his ID card. So then the other guy abandoned his post, which is like day one military stuff. You don't abandon your post, right? Just chose to abandon his post and disappear for what must have been at least 10 or 15 minutes. What was he doing? This isn't like it was 3 hours before the event. Trump was on the stage. Look at all the information we had 2 weeks after the towers. Look at all the information we had just 2 weeks after the towers. We had information that night. We knew who did it, right? We knew everything basically I think by now we knew we were going to war. And we know nothing. Why was Donald Trump allowed to take the stage if there were active questions about security? Good question. Why and how was it? Why was the rooftop not secured? Good question. What made him do his attempt? What made him do this? Did he leave behind a manifesto? I could take one look at this guy's face and tell you he had a manifesto. Look at him. There's no way he disappeared without writing a manifesto. I would bet a large sum of money on it. Where is it? You mean to tell me, looking at this guy who looks like he spends 23 hours a day on Reddit, that he didn't have a manifesto? I don't believe you. Who, if anyone, was Crooks communicating with during these encrypted apps? Well, we know he was using encrypted apps. Who is he talking to? Who is he working with? How did he learn how to make these improvised devices? It's been 2 weeks and we know nothing. And if Trump doesn't win the presidency, by the way, we're never going to know anything. They're going to try to keep this covered up as long as they can. Well, I'm going to keep covering it. That's why if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel you're watching right now or follow it, because I'm going to keep covering it. I'm going to keep doing what I can to keep the pressure on, because this is insane.